used to be extinct in the wild, and now is critically endangered because of our released populations on Cocos Island and Rota.
The cuckoo, or the Guam rail, is a bird endemic to Guam, which means it was found only on Guam and nowhere else in the world.
It's a flightless bird, so nests on the ground, stays on the ground for the most part. They do climb trees, just like you find a chicken up a tree. They can do the same thing, and they're omnivorous, so they eat everything from seeds, fruits to insects, and like small mice and things like that too.
Dueñas says if they're able to get the status changed to no longer threatened at all, the cuckoo bird are great for pest control.
They're really big heavy hitters for controlling insect species and especially invasive species in the wild on Guam. So once we get these guys back out into Guam, then it would definitely change the tide of how invasive species disperse and affect our island.
It was back in the 1960s where there was an estimated 60,000 cuckoo birds on Guam. But then during the late 70s and early 80s, there was a big decline in the bird population.
That was attributed to the brown tree snake because they saw as the brown tree snake was found more and more in the jungles throughout Guam, from the south up to the north, the bird population mimicked that in their disappearance. So as the snake population grew, the bird population actually started to decrease as well.
In the mid-80s, there was roughly about 21 to 24 cuckoo birds left in the wild. Then in 1984, it was placed on the endangered species list. By 1987, they were able to catch 21 birds and put them in captivity. The next goal, according to Dueñas, is to actually get them on Guam, which is their native range.
There's actually populations for the last 5 years. We've been monitoring the cocoa population on Rota, and we've actually had it where we've never had a disappearance in the population in certain areas in Rota, and we've actually had confirmed reproduction. So chicks, families with chicks, actually sighted all for the last 5 years too. So it seems that there's a stable population in Rota, and that can actually act as a source population for Guam reintroductions.
Currently, there are about 200 cuckoo birds in the wild in Rota, and another 60 are on Cocos Island.
The people of Guam still have barriers to access to them. You either have to get on a boat or a plane to actually see the birds in the wild. And so what we want to do is perpetuate the importance of the birds, especially Guam's birds, the endemic ones, for all of the people on Guam, because if you can't see them, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Laura wants to thank the community for their constant support.
Everything that everyone does, this whole change in supporting eco-friendly initiatives. It's also, the revitalization of our culture. These guys have an aspect that they play in it, and when they disappeared, we kind of lost that. And so to get that back out, it's all kind of mingling together and interwoven that the protection of our land is not just us, it's the birds as well too.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Goncharves.
In the early morning hours of December 29th, police arrested 25-year-old Kingston Derek Phillip on a charge of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. It was around 3:07 that morning when police noticed Phillip's car with its parking lights on in a gravel area in Agana Heights. Phillips appeared to be asleep in the driver's seat. Police had a difficult time trying to wake him up and open the door to determine if he needed medical attention. Court documents state they then saw a glass pipe with burnt residue on the floor of the car near his foot. When Phillip woke up, he denied the pipe belonged to him. Court documents state the defendant awakened and denied that the pipe was his. And police pulled over a 46-year-old in the early morning hours of December 29th in Dededo after noticing her registration stickers were extremely faded. When the driver, Narisa Elizabeth Hernandez Mora, consented to a search of the car, police found 2 glass pipes with suspected meth residue. They also found a plastic bag with suspected meth. Court documents state Mora admitted to smoking ice about 45 minutes earlier and that she is an occasional user of meth. Also, Mora did not produce the car's registration. She was arrested on charges of possession of a Schedule II controlled substance and expired registration. On Monday afternoon, the last ceremony of 2019 for the Guam Visitors Bureau Hoffa Day Pledge program was held. Here's more.
4 local companies joined the more than 940 businesses, government of Guam agencies, nonprofit organizations, schools, and children who have taken the Hoffa Day Pledge. GVB President and CEO Pilar Laguana.
We're celebrating a very diverse group of businesses, and I have to just congratulate everyone who has taken the Hoffa Day Pledge. It's really a really gratifying experience for the Guam Visitors Bureau to see all these businesses step up to the plate and take part in owning Guam's brand reputation.
Committing to embodying the Hoffa Day spirit and hospitality in their businesses were Fast Care Guam LLC, Reliance Testing, JTM Bench Rest, and Learning Chamorro Online. Nick Garrido is co-owner of Fast Care Guam LLC.
We're a local and veteran-owned business. It's a two-part company. We're providing Guam's first non-transport medical standby service, as well as CPR and basic life support certifications.
Tanya Babalta, co-owner of JTM Bench Rest, a company specializing in gunsmithing services, was ecstatic to be part of such an important program.
We are very excited to be here to take this Hoffa Day Pledge, and in doing so, of course, we will greet our customers with a warm and proud Hoffa Day and answer all phone calls, probably sell a few goodzerya and risketti every now and then, but yes, we're very happy to be here and be a part of this.
Garrido, on behalf of his business, presented an in-kind donation.
Our team, who are majority local first responders, we thank all those who make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. And as a token of our appreciation and respect, we would like to make a donation of 10 CPR pocket masks to the Guam Visitors Bureau's Visitor Safety Officers.
This ceremony marks the last ceremony of the year and the first of GVB's monthly Hoffa Day Pledge program group ceremonies held at the Bureau throughout the new year. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Goncharfris.
In anticipation of another scorching dry season, Guam Forestry Division's Cooperative Fire Protection Program provided 360 cases of bottled water for their wildland firefighters and their brothers and sisters from the Guam Fire Department. The water was acquired through their Federal Excess Personal Property Program, a federal reutilization program through the USDA Forest Service, and will be used to keep firefighters hydrated during wildfire operations. According to Christine Camacho Fajaran, Fire Manager for the Forestry and Soil Resources, when resources are limited, it is programs such as this one that provides much needed resources. And on Tumen Bay, Tea Galleria by DFS hosted the Oshigatsu and Fuka Bakoro event. The celebration, which commemorates Japanese New Year, saw anxious customers line up prior to the opening of the luxury showroom, so they can be one of the handful to get the opportunity to get gifts of lucky bags and boxes, which contain generously discounted merchandise for sale. Patrons were treated to music, mochi, and blessings of good fortune. This event marks the start of the lucrative tourism rush. Stay tuned. Next on the Weekend Edition, we have trend spotting and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers report.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now. Green Energy Solutions, Inc. would like to congratulate GU Self-Storage along with Calvo Enterprises in doing their part by going green with a monthly power reduction by over 80%. Power consumption before installation was 39,700 kilowatt hours. After installation ended in 6,221 kilowatt hours, which resulted in savings over $10,000 a month. GESI also offers LED lights, solar thermal VRF air conditioning, and solar photovoltaics. Visit our website and let us help you save.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Gila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Hoffa Day, I'm in the club.
Hoffa Day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Hoffa Day, I'm in the club.
From firefighters giving back to the community to a historic bill being signed into law, here's what's coming up next on Trend Spotting. Today everyone, I'm Cami Aguirola and welcome back to another episode of Trend Spotting. Here are the topics that had you talking this week, starting with the Estumbo Fire Station giving back to their community. It has become a tradition for the A Platoon crew at Estumbo Fire Station to give back to their surrounding community during the holidays. They may be a small crew, but in the eyes of over 70 children that received a special Christmas gift, the 4 firefighters that made up the A Platoon at Estumbo Fire Station did something big. On Monday afternoon, Firefighter 1 DC Siongo, Firefighter 2 JB Munya, Lieutenant JK Borja, and Captain RD Santos made their way through the Sagan Lanadzan area and parts of Waisengsong, handing out bags of school supplies. Captain Santos explained instead of doing a gift exchange with one another, the crew all chipped in what they would have spent on gifts and find a way to give back to the community with the money they collected. This year, they decided to give school supplies so when the kids return back to school after Christmas break, they would be well equipped for the second part of the school year. Captain Santos said,
"On behalf of the Guam Fire Department, we'd just like to say Merry Christmas to everybody out there and Happy New Year. And it's very it's rewarding in a ways to see the kids that are happy."
On Facebook, Jerry Harry said, "God bless this crew. May the Lord continue to bless them and keep them safe during their rescues." Another commenter, Eloise Garrido Kitachai, said, "It was a tradition back in the days, 70s if I remember correctly. Born and raised in Jigo, and every year the neighborhood kids and I would stand near the road once we hear the fire truck coming. A man dressed as Santa would pass out bags of candy. Good job, firefighters. It would be nice if all the villages get into the tradition for our children. I think just seeing Santa on the truck would bring smiles to their face." Island Girl Power volunteers want hidden neighborhood parks to be revived. There's supposed to be parks for children all across the island to enjoy. Instead, they've turned into areas for people to park their old abandoned cars and trash.
There are 50 parks throughout the island. And honestly, that 50 can be broken up into probably 100 because they're sets of 2 and 3.
Island Girl Power has been on a mission for years trying to spread awareness about the parks hidden within several of the island's villages. There are parks away behind homes in several neighborhoods like Agate, Inarahan, Liguan Terrace, and the Kaiser area of Dededo. One such individual that has taken it upon himself is Anthony Mendiola, who one day before the start of the school year saw the trash piling up at a park in Liguan Terrace. After learning that Liguan was just one of a network of forgotten neighborhood parks, he joined forces with Island Girl Power to spread awareness. Island Girl Power has a listing of all the neighborhood parks throughout Guam, and again are not the responsibility of the government of Guam to keep clean but neighborhoods themselves. If you can't do a cleanup, donations of supplies and materials will also help, but it starts with that very first step of caring about our community and caring about our kids. On Facebook, top fan Robert D. Camacho said Juanita Blas has done so much for her community. She helps so many young children. She even coordinates with the military to help with the community. We need to do more and have more enforcement. With only 3 park officers for the entire island parks, it is no wonder why there is so much trash and damages to these parks. Another top fan, Mare Bletcher, said, "She made a really good point. It's good that this woman is speaking out. People of the community do need to care and show that they care by taking action in their community." Elsa Regis said, "This is so true. It's so sad that our youth is subjected to this. No wonder they focus on their phones rather than enjoy any sport activity. Many parks are unkept. Shame on this government for not caring for our youth." Sean Laguatnia said, "Stop blaming the mayor's office. People of Dededo and the people of Guam should stop dumping their trash everywhere and start helping out our island and keep it clean." Initially thought to be a meteorite, a mysterious flash was a launch from China. It was thought to be a meteorite, but according to Guam Homeland Security, it appears to be a rocket launched from China. A press release from Guam Homeland Security states that Chinese media outlets reported that a heavy-lift Long March 5 rocket carrying a test satellite payload blasted off from the Wenchang launch site on the southern island of Hainan at 8:45 p.m. Homeland Security advisor Tim Uggin said this incident was not a threat to the Marianas. Following the Chinese launch event, "I have met with Joint Region Marianas and I'm working closely with the FAA on a way way forward for incidents like these. In the release, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero also said the communication gaps between GovGuam and the appropriate federal counterparts will be addressed to avoid similar incidents in the future. On Facebook, Leah F. Metra said, "Very scary. It could happen again should our enemies decide they want to target us with a destructive missile. They proved that last night, coming so close, almost a direct hit. We have nowhere to run or hide. We are so vulnerable out here, sad but true." Top fan Lisa Iriarty Kenga Tudela said, "When the story first came to light, a lot of people were making jokes. Of course, some were funny, but those who joked about it being a missile from North Korea, I did not find that funny. Now here we are bashing our military all of a sudden? It's not funny." Guam Memorial Hospital welcomes the first baby to be born in 2020. In classic literature and movies, the Land of Oz is a mythical place known for its wonder and color and prosperity, full of excitement and adventure. And fittingly, those characteristics are the personality of the first baby born on United States soil in 2020, just a few scant moments after midnight to ring in the new year. Little Oz Young came into the world at the Guam Memorial Hospital to parents Tammy and Chris Young. Oz arrived happy and healthy, delivered naturally 42 seconds after New Year's Eve turned into New Year's Day. His parents chose Oz's middle name to be Carlin, which is Irish Gaelic for Little Champion. The Youngs were gifted more than $7,000 in donations from companies through Archway, including baskets from the families of the firstborn babies in the past years. Mike Caldwell with Archway told the couple the New Year's baby from 2017, which is Nina and Alan, and 2019 from Desiree and Kyle, both families have paid it forward and contributed some very nice gift baskets for you. But while overwhelmed at the island's generosity and love, Tammy and Chris are just simply happy to know their healthy son is a part of their family. And they truly are grateful for the Guamanians worldwide that sent congratulations and well wishes. Here are some of your comments. May Mendiola said, "Congratulations, beautiful family. First baby of this new decade. Thank you, Dr. Shea, KUAM, and to all who gave these special gifts." Another Facebook user said, "We just heard about this on national news. First baby born on US soil. Congratulations." Over 300 comments were sent in from all over the world, including the US mainland, Samoa, Fiji, Palau, the Philippines, and Mexico. Governor signs historic local war claims bill into law. In the presence of many of the island's beloved Manamku and flanked by several senators from the Guam legislature, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero made island history as she signed the War Claims Payout Bill into public law. She plans to make available resources to process reparation payments starting at the end of January. The policymakers, many teary-eyed and emotional, said they hope to bring some degree of closure to one of the darkest chapters in Guam's history. The governor thanked the elders for being present at the historic signing. Here are some of your comments. Rod San Augustine said, "It's good to hear that War Claims Bill has been realized. It's unfortunate my mom and dad aren't here, along with many of the others who have already passed away, on to see the fruition of their efforts to have recognized the atrocities inflicted upon them." Top fan Frank Chargaloff said, "Why does a law need to be introduced if it's just a one-time payout to war claim survivors? A lot of time wasted already, and a lot that truly deserved it has already passed away. Stop with all the stall tactics and just pay out the remaining survivors before they themselves pass away." Alfredo Mendoza said, "And what happens if it does not pass in the US Congress? Some US senators might just say, looks like the Guam local government already paid the war claims. No need for the federal government to give more money. Looks like Guam has the money anyway. I really hope that it does not happen that way, but I am glad that the war survivors are finally getting their war claims. They deserved it ever since." And that's all for this week on Trend Spotting. So do us Mwasi for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Here's a novel concept for you in a new year. Let us all make the resolution to make Guam a much safer and much more secure place. And who better to tell us how to do that than the Sarge himself, Officer Paul Tapao with GPD. Sarge, Happy New Year finally.
Hoffa Day. Hey, Happy New Year. God bless Guam.
All right.
God bless everybody.
2020 is here, and I wasn't just saying that, flippantly in the intro. Everybody says when they make their New Year's resolutions, I want to use less profanity, I want to eat less rice, I want to exercise more. But how many people do you actually hear and they say, I really want to do something for my household, my neighborhood, my community, my village, my island, either at the micro or macro level, and say, I actually want to make Guam safe.
That's where we want to come in, with the Guam Police Department, with our effort. we highlighted that last week when we talked about, some of our youth initiatives and what we do with the Guam Police Department. And moving forward into the new year, the Guam Police Department has a lot in store for the community. And, these little things that we're trying to do to better the community, working with the kids, working with our migrant families from the FSM, the FAS, working with the relationship with the partnership with the Guam Police Department. These are what we're putting forth for the new year in obtaining these goals. But the small things and taking resolutions and how you move as an individual person, but now how we move as a community. It's really, we take it one step at a time, and this is where the Guam Police Department is going to really work at putting our best foot forward as we move to every initiative in which we're trying to achieve with our New Year's goal.
And just to be completely frank, everybody, we're not talking about everyone basically taking on another 80 an hour a week job. You're not deputizing anybody. We're just saying make little tiny changes, and if every Guamanian does that, we can make a whole lot of change. And it's something as easy as just joining your village's WhatsApp group chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. We ended the year with the sign presentation, the sign handoff with Guam Homeland Security and Civil Defense. We work closely with them and really bringing this to fruition with the respective mayors. And we want to thank the Mayor's Council of Guam, for being a part of all our endeavors, through all our endeavors with what we're doing with our Neighborhood Watch program. And now we're bringing the signs to the community. It really is, the sign symbolizes the partnership in which the community has come with the government and, of course, our constituents within the community. But really, it's the people within that respective village that makes the work, brings the fruits. We saw the seeds, but it's really them that benefits from the harvest and the fruits and the hard work that they put in. So, we're going to enhance it. We're actually coming out doing village meetings starting the ending part of January. So there's a lot of things in which we're asking the community by making those one-step changes and really just looking around and asking yourself, how can we better safeguard our community? And really, by being an active member, whether it be a part of the Neighborhood Watch Group, part of your PTO, or part of your youth organization, this is how you can contribute to the betterment of the community.
And it does make a difference because criminals, you can say what you want about, people that make the decision, to do bad things in our community, but they are paying attention. And if they know that the particular area, again, like a neighborhood, a cul-de-sac, a court, depending on where you are on the island and everything, if the neighbors there are really working hard to make sure that it's locked down, they're going to avoid that place.
And it showed, man.
Because they're like, I'm going to get caught.
Absolutely. And it's really to showcase this. We're going to showcase a rash of theft that occurred during New Year's Eve. And when we heard about this, we actually went to that neighborhood to make a check to see what we can do to provide. And as we were driving around it, we saw the community members coming out. They were actually videotaping they were capturing our car as it was moving along the area. We identified ourselves, and it's fitting how the community is now taking a step forward. But it's unfortunate this happened in their community, and this is the crime segment which we want to showcase and ask the community how we can actually make those small changes in bettering our community by providing information about crime and how we can help the Guam Police Department, but also help the Guam Crime Stoppers and the community that we serve.
Okay, so we are wasting no time, and we want you to get involved in your community, and you can start right now by taking notes in this segment.
The Guam Crime Stoppers and the Guam Police Department is seeking to help from the community relative to numerous theft complaints that occurred on Tuesday, December 31st, to homes along Carmen Memorial Drive and Ipa Road in Tamuning. Now, the preliminary police report suggests that 5 vehicles and 1 home were broken into sometime during the early morning hours of December 31st. A silver Honda Ridgeline was also reported stolen from one of the homes. Video surveillance shows 2 male individuals with a timestamp at 3:38 with one of the homes that were victimized. Now, the Guam Crime Stoppers is seeking help from the community relative to this case. If you have any information about this case, please call the Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP or text 688-STOP. You can also visit our webpage at www.guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
Okay, Sarge, we appreciate the information as always, and hopefully we're going to put our neighbors, our fellow Guamanians to the test and just say, okay, how much information can you provide? And hopefully by this time next week, we'll say, hey, we got a lot of good information. It led to the arrest, and justice is being done already. We locked that part of the island down.
Yeah, that's where we're aiming at and everything. And, that's where we want to go, starting off in a clean slate with the Guam Police Department. And, of course, the beautiful Guamanians that we work for. It really is, ask yourself, are we, the work that we do doesn't challenge ourselves. How can we bring change? We really do have to challenge ourselves to try different things in which we can better ourselves. And this is where we see the change happening. And, we're going to continue to do our job. We're going to continue to do our due diligence in providing the service to the community and, be looking out for us in 2020 because, the Guam Police Department, our initiatives are really geared towards our community endeavors and how we can better safeguard our island.
Okay, now I'm going to do my job and I'm going to hold your feet to the fire because routinely we're going to come back to you and say, you talked a big game at the beginning of the year. Where are we with all those programs you were telling us about?
It's coming, it's forthcoming.
And I have no doubt you're going to come through.
Like I say, buckle your shoelace and hold on tight because this is going to be a ride that you're going to see for the Guam Police Department's moving forward. And, we've already calendared May and July. So this is how far deep we are into the new year. And we're really excited for a lot of the initiatives that we're going to bring forward to the community.
All right, Sarge, we look forward to working with you on that.
Thank you so much.
And
God
making
bless.
Guam a much safer place.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, everybody. And, please give everything that you can. Challenge yourself to better yourself and see the positive change that we can, that comes out from it.
All right, can do, will do. He has issued a challenge to you, so you got to step up. What can you do to make Guam a better place? We'll see you after this.
We're excited to introduce Cars Plus 2.0 as we celebrate our 20th anniversary. Every moment has led us to push the standards of the automotive experience from our state-of-the-art facility to world-class products. And now, we're proud to launch Guam's first and only lifetime warranty. Head on down to Cars Plus and ask about our lifetime warranty. We're driven by you and driven to be better.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Having your birthday on a weekend is especially awesome, so happy birthday on January 4th to Amari Faith Radavan. Amari celebrates a birthday today, and we celebrate it with you. Also, happy birthday to Danny, also known as Daniel Lau. Best wishes on your first birthday for this new decade from the entire House of Lau. And on January 5th, Tanya Mendiola. Happy birthday, Tanya, from your friends and family. And you know what? That includes us here at KUAM. All of us, the entire cast and crew, and your friends at Cold Stone Creamery.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thank you for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Visit GESIGuam.com or call 647-8111 for more details on how we can help your business save money.